Welcome to episode Custom Climbing, where I take your situation and your climbing goals and I formulate a climbing plan just for you. Now, today we have Theo. He's 16. He stands at about 6 foot, tall guy. He weighs about 145 pounds, give or take, and he's been climbing for a year for about 3 to 4 times a week, which is pretty nice. Currently, though, he's plateauing at around the V4 to V5 mark for a couple months, which is total not the best thing in the world. And but he hasn't had any training so far. So when we introduce training, it'll be all but good. And he's able to hang off 14 millimeters for 10 seconds pretty comfortably. And in terms of pulling prowess, he can do 3 pull-ups with additional 65 pounds attached to his body. And he has told me that he has bad sloper strength. He has bad flexibility. Most people do. He has bad leg strength. And he is bad at slabs. So without any particularly further ado, let's get started with the plan. I would quickly like to address being bad at slabs though, and it's for primarily 1 or 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is your shoes suck. They're either too big, the rubber on them is not good, therefore it doesn't catch the volume, therefore you cannot smear well. So in order to remedy this situation, it's called money. You simply buy a better pair of shoes that's a better fit for you, and your slab climbing will go up tremendously, without doubt, undoubtedly. Reason number 2 why you're bad at slabs, because you don't do it enough. The more you do it, the more you understand the nuances, how to foot swap, how to smear. There's a bunch of technique videos out there, but more or less it's just because you don't do it enough. So the plan idea here is rather simple. Whenever you never trained before and you introduce training, only good things can happen. And you, Theo, you are 6 foot, 145 pounds. Therefore, you fall into the category of tall, lanky climbers. Therefore, you fall into the category of if you weigh a little bit more than 145 pounds, say 150, 155 pounds, with additional 5 to 10 pounds of muscle on your body, you will feel 20 pounds lighter on the wall and 1,000 pounds stronger on the wall. So the plan for you here is particularly simple. We're going to run you through some general strength exercises, followed by some hangboarding, followed by some lower body mobility / stretching / shenanigan. And you're going to aim to do this twice a week. Why only twice a week? Because I feel like twice a week is the bare minimum and it's not too much to make you feel like it's a chore. Let's hop into the general strength aspect. Before you start your climbing session, right? You're going to go to the pull-up bar after you warm up, however you do it. You're going to do 10 pull-ups. Now, because you have longer arms, you may have a tendency to stop halfway or not full range of motion, but we want that bottom range of motion. Why? Because a full range of motion for a full range of strength. I hope that makes sense. Let me demonstrate how I want your pull-ups to look like and the tempo that I would like them to go at about. With elbows fully extended, you're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. Around that tempo. More importantly, I care about that full range of motion. Now you're going to do 10 of them, but if I say halfway, I say number 5, you get a little bit tired and you can't bring yourself to come back up, feel free to rest on the ground for about like 5 to 10 seconds. Grab the bar again, yuck, rest 5 to 10 seconds and repeat that until you're able to do 10 full decently good looking reps of pull-ups. Afterwards, you're gonna superset it with 10 push-ups. Now, when you do your push-ups, I want your shoulders to be slightly over your wrists. Therefore, you build wrist integrity while you're building some pushy strength prowess. Now, when it comes to your push-up form, I want you to go down while pushing your elbows backwards. Pushing the elbows backwards is good for the elbows and it's good for the shoulders. So I don't want you to push your elbows out to the side like that, which is exactly not the best thing for your shoulder joint. Don't do that. Also, in terms of seeing a full range of motion, we're looking for that bottom of the sternum, bottom of the chest area to make contact with the floor. Let me demonstrate a few. Contact with the floor, elbows fully locked out, contact with the floor, elbows fully locked out. And this is more or less the tempo that I'm trying to have you go at. Now, at any point in time throughout these 10 reps that you start to feel a little bit fatigued, feel free to go down on your knees, do some modified push-ups. It's the exact same concept. You're gonna rest 2 to 3 minutes after the 10 pull-ups and 10 push-ups, and you're looking for 5 total sets of that shenanigan. Okay. And you may also be wondering why you aren't doing any particularly weighted exercises, like such as weighted pull-ups or any bench presses. And again, it's particularly simple. Reason 1, it's a hassle. It's a hassle to learn all that stuff, learn how to bench press, put on the weight belt and stuff. And when you first start working out, I want this to be as hassle-free as possible for you. Therefore, it's something that you're able to do consistently, and consistency is key. And also number 2, this is a general strength program. just make you generally strong. Therefore, we don't need to do crazy 1 to 2 rep max anything, because we're still trying to build up that foundational base of strength and that foundational base of consistency and that foundational base of integrity in your joints, because you're a young lad still. After that, you're going to the hangboard. Make sure you do some form of finger warming up first before you do this, but you're gonna hop onto 15 millimeters. You're gonna do open hand. Now, the reason why we're doing open hands, because you feel like you have bad sloper strength. A sloper is kind of basically an open hand position type of thing. Not exactly, but that's how I'm going to phrase it here, and that's how we're going to train it. Therefore, the open hand be a little bit more applicable as to say something like the full-crimp. Of course, we're still going to do a little bit of full-crimp. So with the open hand of 15 millimeters, you're going to hang for 10 seconds. If you're unable to hang for 10 seconds with your feet off the ground, feel free to keep them on the ground and just sag your body weight like so. After that, you're gonna superset it 20 millimeters. You're gonna hit it with the full crimp, and off the 20 millimeters of full crimp, you're gonna go into a 90-degree lockoff and hold it for 10 seconds. If you're unable to hold it in the lockoff position, feel free to just hold it with extended arms instead. You're gonna rest 2 to 3 minutes and repeat this 3 times. Afterwards, you're gonna pop it to 15 millimeters. Hit it the 3-finger drag, 10 seconds. Again, if you're able to do it without your feet on the ground, great. If you can't, just put your feet on the ground, not a problem. After those 10 seconds are up, you're gonna rest about 2 minutes, and then you're gonna repeat this 3 times. I will quickly have to say that this hangboarding protocol, along with this general strength workout, is just to ease you into the world of systematic training. Is not the end-all be-all, it's simply the start, and I think this is a particularly okay place for you to begin without putting too much emphasis on probability of messing your stuff up. Also, the reason why I got you a full crimping at a 90-degree lockoff is because I feel like you full crimp a lot, and it's good to train a grip that you use a lot. All right, now that was the easy part of the workout. Let me introduce to you the hard part of the workout, aka the mobility and leg strengthening thing shenanigan. Let's start with 10 squats. Let me demonstrate how to do a squat real quick, all right? When it comes to a squat, just find a comfortable stance, right? We don't want your toes facing forward. We want them slightly pointed outwards, right? This way, when you go down, your shins follow your feet. Therefore, you're not all messed up like that. And when you go down, we want to make sure your knees are in a line with your toes. Bang-a-ding, bada-ding, bang. When you go down, we're trying to keep the heel on the ground the entire time. But because you're lacking somewhat of a bit of a mobility, this may be a little bit hard for you. So you may be looking like this. But that does not mean that you stop right here. This means you go down. And if you fall down, oh, whoopsie-whoops, you fell down. Who cares? Come back up. You may also find that holding onto something while squatting will be very beneficial for you and helping you keep your heels on the ground. Therefore, by keeping your heels on the ground and dropping it down low, even in your lower back rounds like this, you are still able to complete the motion. Even though you have to use a little bit of assistance, we all got to start somewhere. So you're going to hit 10 squats. 1, 2, imagine I did 10. Afterwards, you're going to go into one of the most famous positions that I like to call the egg. This right here will help build that ankle mobility. Of course, when you first get into this position, this may be a little bit difficult and you may find yourself falling. If you do, again, simply find some form of support and hold yourself like this with your heels intact to the ground. It will be very uncomfortable, but do it for 60 seconds. After that, I got you doing lunges. You know what lunges are. It's when you take one big step forward, making sure the knee stays aligned with the feet. You go down, up, down, up. You're going to do 5 per side for a total of, that's right, 10 reps. Afterwards, you're going to go back into the egg position. Hold it using support you want, because why? You got to continuously do a stretch. If you want to get good at it, doing it once, it's just not going to cut it, partner. Afterwards, you're going to go back into your squats. Whether you're doing it freestanding or using support, do you, boo. You're going to do 10 reps. And then you're going to hit the SQS, supine quadricep stretch, basically where you do this, and then you do this. If that's a little bit hard for you at first, feel free to just stay up here and lean backwards. Hold it for 30 seconds. Then you're going to whop it down to the pancake. I'm sure you know what a pancake is. With your feet spread as far apart, you want to flex your quadriceps, thigh muscle, to make sure it's nice and taut and straight. From here, using your core, pull yourself down into the floor. Hold it for 30 seconds. Afterwards, you're going to do some side to sides. Feel free to keep your hands on the ground as a way to support you. This will help lubricate your hip joint while slightly strengthening your adductors. Really good, I would say. You're going to do 10 in total, and you're going to count 1, 2, right? Immediately, you're gonna stand up and you're gonna break your knees. It's very similar vein to the side, except you're gonna drop the knee down like that. Drop the knee down like that. You're focusing the weight on the knee that goes down. If it's too much, feel free to shift a little bit to the supporting leg. You're gonna do 10 reps total, as in 1, 2. Really good for the drop knee action. Next, you're gonna do some box pistol squats. So basically find yourself a box. I'm using stairs right now with one leg. And then from here, stand up, control the motion down. Stand up, control the motion down. You're gonna do 10 per leg. A good luck. Then you're gonna come back into the SQS. Ah la 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 la. Hold it for 30 seconds. Switch back into pancake. Go down to loose camp. Ah la la la. 30 seconds. Once you have ran through everything, you're gonna rest 2 minutes and you're gonna repeat it twice. And within 2 to 3 weeks or 4 to 6 sessions of doing the shenanigan, you will have noticed that you have improved yourself on the exercises themselves. And hopefully that will translate to you being better on the wall in terms of feeling stronger, feeling healthier, etc. 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 Good luck. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, partner.